Let us look at the multiplication and division of real numbers. 9 times 2 is equals to 18. Minus 9 times 2 is equals to minus 18. Because a negative number times a positive number will give you a negative result. Similarly, 9 times minus 2 is also equals to minus 18 because 9 is positive and minus 2 is negative. Positive number multiplied by a negative number will give you a negative result. Minus 9 times minus 2 is equals to plus 18 because a negative number multiplied by a negative number will give you a positive result. In general, a times b is equals to plus a times b if both a and b are positive. Minus a times minus b will result in a positive answer. A times minus b will give you a negative answer, and minus a times b will also give you a negative answer. Here is an example: 9 times 2 times minus 1 times minus 2. We work from left to right. 9 times 2 is equals to 18. We copy back the rest times minus 1 times minus 2. Then we simplify 18 times minus 1. 18 times minus 1 is equals to minus 18. Positive number times negative number. The answer is negative 18. We copy back times minus 2, and minus 18 times minus 2 is equals to plus 36 because minus times minus will give you a positive result. Division. 18 divided by 2 is equals to 9. Minus 18 divided by 2 is equals to minus 9 because a negative number divided by a positive number will give you a negative result. Similarly, 18 divided by minus 2 is equals to minus 9 because a positive number divided by a negative number will also give you a negative result. Minus 18 divided by minus 2 is equals to plus 9 because a negative number divided by another negative number will give you positive result. In general, a divided by b is equals to positive result if both a and b are positive. If both a and b are negative, minus a divided by minus b will give you a positive result. If a is negative and b is positive, a divided by b will give you a negative result. A divided by minus b will also give you a negative result. Let us look at squares and cube. You know that 2 cube is 2 times 2 times 2, which is equals to 8. Minus 2 cube is equals to minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2. We have to work from left to right. So when we take minus 2 times minus 2, the result is positive 4. We copy back times minus 2. Then we end up with this situation where we have a positive number multiplied by a negative number, resulting in a negative answer, minus 8. So minus 2 cubed is actually equals to minus 8. Then, if we have minus 2 square, we have a very different situation because we're taking minus 2 times minus 2, and minus times minus will result in a positive answer, 4. The square of any negative number is always positive. It doesn't need to be 2, it can be 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. If you take a negative number and multiply that by another negative number itself, you get a positive result. But the cube of a negative number is always negative. So on here, I don't have to use 2. I can say 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. It doesn't matter what number this is. It can be any number. But if it is negative, and I take the cube of the negative number, the answer is always negative. And the reason is because I multiply this negative number 3 times like this. And one of the steps, for example, in this case, minus 2 times minus 2 gave me a positive number. And the positive number multiplied by this minus 2, the last step, right? Positive number times negative number result in a negative result. So the cube of a negative number is always negative. The square of a negative number is always positive.